Courtney, thank you. Eli Mitchell's bill, HB 247, passing unanimously on the Senate floor today. The bill making it easier to prosecute Utah bars and restaurants that may over-serve alcohol. The bill also seeks to prevent deaths like that of 13-year-old Eli Mitchell of West Jordan. He was hit and killed by a drunk driver who had been drinking for 6 straight hours and had just left a bar minutes before the crash. Now, the bill is on its way to the governor's desk for consideration.
And Utah Governor Spencer Cox declaring today Pamela Atkinson Day in honor of her long-standing service as advisor to the governor. The governor wants to recognize both her humanitarian service and professional accomplishments. Now, Atkinson was born in England and faced poverty there. She rose to be a champion of the homeless and other people who face life's harsh challenges. Known for being able to gracefully bridge the gaps between politics and religion over the decades, Atkinson has advised several of Utah's governors.
A Presbyterian girl from the UK here in Utah, the path that brought her here. I believe that God has a path for all of us, and I just believe that she was really good at finding hers. And I'm so grateful that that path brought her here.
Pam Atkinson spoke to everyone after the presentation, thanking the governor and all who attended, continuing to say it's humbling to have a day named after her.
Time now for a first look at the weather forecast. We're taking a look at southern Oregon. The coast there freezing over from the latest storm that swept the country. The picturesque landscape with those snow-capped trees looking a lot like a winter wonderland there. A sunny day, though, here in the Salt Lake Valley. So, begs the question, is this the calm before the next storm?
Yeah, that picture was so picturesque.
Amazing.
That was amazing. But yes, to answer the question, let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy. Hi, Alana. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. The answer is yes. Back to you guys. No, just kidding. just joking. But yes, this is the calm before the storm. Quiet conditions tonight, but that is going to change. We woke up this morning with some snow. Check this out. Really pretty to see. This is hurricane. You don't often see snow on the Red Rock or in Washington County. This winter, it's happened several times, and we had that system push in with our southwest flow. It delivered to places like Deer Valley and Bryan had getting 10 inches. Diamond Valley picked up 3.5, and that's in Washington County, so that wet weather came in, temperatures dropped, and we saw the changeover last night at 10, and then we saw some accumulation. We also dealt with some snow in Alpine, Wanship, backside of the Wasatch, Castle Country, and these are all areas favored by our southwesterly flow. Our next system is coming in already, so while we're quiet tonight, we know changes are right around the corner. Tonight, we closed out the day with this gorgeous sunset. Thank you so much to Chris for sending it our way. I love when we get a little pink reflected on the mountain there. Absolutely gorgeous shot. And you see mostly clear skies. But that deck of clouds is pushing further north in the last couple of hours, so cloud cover will be out there. Unsettled still in the south, so a pop-up system, especially over the higher terrain, is likely. So a heads up there. But we know tomorrow will bring a bit of a break, but it doesn't last forever because that next storm from the southwest is actually prompting a new winter alert, a winter weather advisory going into effect. It was updated this evening. I'll explain why and how much to expect and the timing of this system and whether or not it impacts your weekend coming up in my full forecast. Glenn, Emily, over to you.
All right, Alana, thank you. Well, avalanche experts saying all of these storms leading to avalanches in places you might not usually expect them. So they want to warn everyone who may be going skiing or snowboarding to stay safe. The Utah Avalanche Center saying although avalanches in the mountains are not unusual, they don't expect to have them at lower elevations, but that's what they've been seeing this season. This includes 3 recently set off near Ben Lomond and Ogden. Craig Gordon with the Utah Avalanche Center saying you'll want to keep safety in mind if you plan on enjoying this fresh snow.
This is a unique situation to this season because it's been about 12 years since we've seen this kind of robust valley snowfall and this mid-elevation and lower elevation foothill snowpack.
Usually, he says, those areas are grassy this time of year, but now you'll want to make sure you're careful near them, whether you're walking or walking your dog, hiking, or just even passing through the areas. These storms are on the way. He says check conditions before you go.
A special education teacher at Clinton Elementary School getting the surprise of a lifetime at a school assembly today, an anonymous donation of $10,000. Laurie Bagford was honored today with the Mighty Heart Educator of Excellence Award to honor her commitment to her students. That money comes as a grant to be spent at her discretion to help improve the school. Bagford telling us the highlight of her job, seeing her students succeed.
I get to work with students that have some learning disabilities, and when I see them get the concept that we've been working on repeatedly, it makes me realize that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
She goes on to say she doesn't know quite yet how she's going to put that money to use, but she will be meeting with her colleagues at the school to determine what the most needs are.
Congratulations to her. Well, a ribbon cutting and grand opening for the 1903 venue in American Fork tonight. The 1903 venue is an historic building that has been revamped into an electric new wedding and event space and is owned by and managed by Casey Plord of Harvest Moon Events. Well, tonight, a ribbon cutting ceremony with the LGBTQ plus Chamber of Utah and the American Fork Chamber.
We welcome all events, all celebrations. We have 2 main reception rooms, so we can accommodate about 500 people on a flow throughout the space, indoors and out. But yeah, weddings, receptions, corporate events, meetings, you name it.
All right, Casey continuing to say the grand opening party tonight is to celebrate with friends and family and industry professionals that they've worked with over the years, and also the 10-year anniversary of her event company, Harvest Moon Events. Now, the 1903 venue is excited to be a part of the American Fork community, they say, showcasing the beauty of this historic building.
An inspiring pageant tonight at Tooele High School for people with disabilities ages 14 to 22 years old. It's the 11th annual Mr. and Miss Super Amazing pageant. Each of the contestants competing in famous wear, where they dress up like a famous person of their choice, formal wear, an onstage question, and talent. Governor Cox and First Lady Abby Cox, Miss Utah, and school staff attending tonight's event.
The Mr. and Miss Amazing pageant is for students ages 14 to 22, for people who have disabilities. We just love to give them the opportunity to share their abilities rather than focusing on their disabilities.
So my goal for today is to do good. Like go out there and say, I'll do good, and I'll just like play on the piano, and everyone will be really happy.
All right, Kennedy, we just heard from talent tonight, playing a 90s rap song on the piano by Dr. Dre. And she certainly did make everyone happy. More than 1,000 people in the audience showing their support.
Oh, so cool. Okay, well, it's your last chance to see one of Utah's popular winter attractions. You see it right here. We are talking the ice castles at Soldier Hollow and Midway. They'll close for the season tomorrow, Saturday the 25th. The cold and snowy start to winter allowed ice castles to open on December 21st, though. Its earliest opening date ever. The winter event typically open for just 4 to 6 weeks each year. But this winter, the attraction was open for nearly 10 weeks. Ice Castle's longest season ever, with more than 100,000 people visiting the icy fortress in the Heber Valley.
Coming up, today marking 1 year since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The war has been leaving hundreds of thousands dead and millions of Ukrainians displaced.
Plus, awesome picture coming from the foothills. Those elk are back. Meg Roberts snapped them out there this afternoon, and Don Can got this one from Sandy. As the sun came out and things quieted down, they don't stay quiet. This active pattern will impact a portion of your weekend and into next week. I've got the timing coming up.